The flickering lights of the old train station platform cast long shadows that danced like uneasy ghosts. Imagine standing there in your wedding dress, veil still pinned in your hair, rice petals clinging to your hem from the send-off, heart overflowing with dreams of forever, only for your brand new husband to kiss your forehead, grin like a mischievous boy, and say, "Wait right here, babe. I'll be back in 5. It's a surprise. Then the train whistle blows, the doors slam, and he's gone. Not coming back. Not for hours. Not as a joke that anyone else would laugh at. That was me, Emma. And what happened next shattered everything I thought I knew about love, trust, and the people who were supposed to cherish me most. If you've ever been blindsided by someone you trusted with your whole heart, stick with me. This story is raw, it's real, and by the end, I hope it reminds you of your own strength. If it touches you, please hit that like button, it helps more than you know, and subscribe for more stories that heal the heart and fire up the soul. Let's dive in. Alex and I had been together for 4 years before that night. We met in a crowded bookstore during a rainstorm. I was reaching for a worn copy of Pride and Prejudice, and he accidentally knocked it off the shelf, catching it before it hit the floor. His laugh was warm, his eyes kind. He was the guy who remembered how I took my coffee, oat milk, 1 sugar, and who showed up with soup when I was sick. Everyone said we were perfect. His friends called him the romantic one. His family adored me. Our wedding was everything I had whispered about under starlit skies as a little girl. Wildflowers in my bouquet, vows written from the heart, and his hand steady in mine as we promised forever. The reception spilled joy into the night. We danced until our feet ached. My mother cried happy tears. His best man, Jake, kept making toasts about the unbreakable duo. When we finally slipped away for our honeymoon trip, I felt like the luckiest woman alive. Alex had planned a surprise getaway, a cozy cabin up north. Or so he said. Instead, he drove us to the midnight train station 2 towns over. Trust me, he whispered, eyes sparkling with what I thought was excitement. His friends, Jake and a couple of others, had shown up to see us off. They were all laughing, patting him on the back. I should have noticed the nervousness beneath the grins. But love makes you blind to red flags painted in bright colors. We stood on the platform. The train hissed and sighed like a living thing. Alex hugged me tight, kissed me deeply, then pulled back. Stay here, okay, I forgot something important in the car. 5 minutes, tops. He jogged off with Jake toward the parking lot. The others waved and disappeared too. I waited. 10 minutes. 15. The train departed without us. My phone had no signal at first. When it finally pinged, there was a single text from Alex. Gotcha. It's a prank, babe. The boys thought it'd be hilarious. We'll laugh about this forever. Uber back to the hotel. Love you. Forever. That word cracked open inside me like thin ice. I stood there in my wedding gown as the station emptied, the cold night air biting through the lace. Cheers came hot and fast, smearing the makeup that had taken hours that morning. Passers-by stared. One older woman asked if I was okay. I could barely speak. Humiliation burned hotter than any anger. This was our wedding night. The start of our marriage. And it was a joke to him. To them. I eventually made it back to the honeymoon suite alone. The rose petals on the bed felt like mockery. I cried until there were no tears left, then sat in the silence replaying every moment. Had I missed the signs? Alex had always loved pranks. Small ones, like hiding my keys or fake spider scares. But this was cruel. When he finally strolled in at dawn, still chuckling with Jake on speakerphone, the look on my face stopped him cold. It was just a joke, Em. Lighten up. The boys dared me. His friends were still laughing in the background. They thought it was the funniest thing they'd ever done. That night broke something fundamental. I didn't yell. I simply asked him to leave. He laughed it off at first, then got defensive. You're overreacting. It's our wedding night. But the trust was already splintering. The next weeks were a storm of arguments, apologies that felt hollow, and pressure from his family. Boys will be boys, his mother said. Don't throw away a good man over a silly prank. My own friends were divided. Some urged forgiveness, others saw the disrespect for what it was. I felt utterly alone, questioning my worth. Was I too sensitive, too serious? The woman who once glowed with confidence now avoided mirrors because the bride looking back felt like a stranger. The real challenges came after. Alex tried to make amends with flowers and promises, but the damage ran deep. We went to counseling, but every session circled back to the same wound. He still didn't fully understand why it hurt so much. His friends doubled down, posting vague memes online about high-maintenance brides that stung like hidden barbs. Gossip spread through our social circle. I lost sleep, lost appetite, and almost lost myself. Nights were the hardest. Replaying the platform, the cold bench, the indifferent faces of strangers who saw a heartbroken bride and looked away. But something shifted in me during those dark months. I started journaling, pouring out the pain onto pages that no one else would read. I took long walks with my dog, the one creature who never judged. I reached out to a therapist who helped me see that love should never make you feel small. Slowly, I rediscovered pieces of Emma I had set aside during the relationship, the girl who dreamed of writing her own stories, who loved painting sunsets and hiking alone. I signed up for an art class. I updated my resume and landed a better job with a team that valued me. Little by little, the weight on my chest grew lighter. Alex noticed the change. At first he was supportive, then uneasy. When I finally told him I needed space, real space, he panicked. His friends, once so loud with laughter, grew quiet when they saw how the joke had fractured everything. Jake's girlfriend left him after hearing the full story. Another friend faced consequences at work when his wife, who had been my bridesmaid, confronted him about the kind of man he was encouraging. The regret came slowly, like dawn after the longest night. Alex showed up one evening with tears in his eyes, no jokes this time. I thought it was harmless. I didn't see how it made you feel worthless. I'm so sorry. But sorry wasn't enough to rebuild what had been shattered on that platform. We parted ways 6 months after the wedding. The divorce was quiet, painful, but necessary. His family stopped calling. His friends faded into awkward silences. They regretted it. Every late-night text begging for forgiveness proved that. But regret doesn't heal wounds, only time and self-love do. Today, 2 years later, I stand taller. I'm painting again, my pieces selling in small galleries. I've found a partner who respects me deeply, not with grand gestures that hide cruelty, but with consistent kindness. He holds my hand on train platforms and means it. Looking back, that night at the station wasn't the end of my story. It was the painful push I needed to find my own strength. If you're watching this and carrying a similar hurt, whether from a partner, friends, or family who made you feel like a punchline, know this: your worth is not a joke. You are not too sensitive for wanting respect on the most important days of your life. Walk away from anyone who diminishes you, even if they hide behind laughter. Build the life that lights you up from within. The right people will celebrate you, not test you. Thank you for being here with me through every tear and triumph. If this story moved you, please like it so others can find it too, and subscribe for more heartfelt tales of resilience and hope. Drop a comment with your own takeaway. I read every single one. Remember, the best chapters of your life often begin right after the hardest plot twists. You've got this. Until next time, keep believing in your beautiful, unbreakable heart.